Do you feel like you're barely keeping your head above water? That no matter how hard you try, meaningful progress remains out of reach? Heather gets that. She battled an eating disorder for years before seeking help. Now in recovery, Heather is here to tell you that positive change is possible even when it doesn't feel that way. Join her as she shares openly about her struggles and small triumphs. Fair warning though, Heather doesn't hold back. Her candid story may trigger some. But for those wanting honesty, hope, and healing, this is 1% Better with Heather. The information and stories shared on 1% Better are based on host Heather's personal experiences with eating disorders and mental health challenges. Heather is not a licensed doctor, therapist, dietitian, or other health professional. Her advice and opinions should not be taken as professional medical advice. Please consult your physician or a qualified health provider regarding any medical or health-related issues. 1% Better also contains descriptions of eating disorders that may be triggering for some listeners. Discretion is advised.
Hey there, my little gaffers, and welcome to 1% Better with Heather. This episode's going to be kind of like a mishmash, but go with me on it. It's kind of about having control and releasing control. So today is a special event at my parents' house. It's my mom's birthday and my niece's birthday, and my mom is hosting dinner. Now, going into my parents' house is always a shit show. My family puts the fun and dysfunction. However, that's my life and I know it. So I'm not like blindsided by any of this. But going for family meals have always crippled me. And I'm not going to lie. I always cave. I always go in with really great expectations and very good intentions. And I'm like, I'm going to sit at the table. I'm going to enjoy dinner. I'm going to participate with everybody. And as I sit at my parents' house and watch the time tick down, before I know it, I'm in the kitchen doing dishes because I have to self-regulate my body. I'm already having a panic attack. I can't do it. I feel nauseous. And I'm just like, no, I got to step away. I can't do this. But since November, I've been on this really good momentum. Now, in November, my uncle passed away. So we had the funeral at my parents' house, and I've talked about this. My aunt brought this huge, beautiful charcuterie board with these bougie crackers and bougie cheeses and bougie pickles and these candied jalapenos. And I was like, oh, that looks so good. And the bonus was the charcuterie board was in the dining room. And all of us were sitting at a kitchen table in the kitchen. So in a different room. I felt safe to go into that dining room and eat because I don't like people looking at me when I eat. I still have to deal with this. I say it all the time. I'm in recovery, not recovered, but I'm trying. So, and there also comes a thing, and tell me if you have this in your eating disorder. If someone even makes a comment of what's on my plate and not mean, they could say, oh, those look like interesting crackers. What flavor are they? Now, in my brain, I'm thinking, Slick's telling me, see, told you, shouldn't be eating those crackers. You're a big fat cow, blah, 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 right? Totally not what the person said. This is what's going on in my head, though. So I tried just to avoid, right? Because I'm still working on things. But during the funeral, eventually, all that charcuterie board came into the kitchen, and I sat in the kitchen with everybody and still took down the charcuterie board like a champ because it was good. And I was so proud of myself. I remember being in the car with my husband going, "Did you see me? Did you see me? I ate it. I ate it. Did you see me? Oh my God. Can we go get more of those crackers? Where'd you get those crackers?" And those crackers have been in my life since November. I love these crackers and goat cheese. So I thought, oh, okay. Well, and then the next holiday was going to be Christmas. But because I have a blended family and my sister has a blended family, sometimes our Christmas doesn't line up on Christmas. So we did Boxing Day. I'm Canadian. That's the day after Christmas. It doesn't matter what day you celebrate Christmas on, as long as your family's together, right? So we are going to have Boxing Day lunch, which was like appetizers. And I brought these crackers over to my mom. I brought a bunch of different goat cheeses over and red pepper jellies. And my sister made her famous pickles that I love and had sandwiches. It was a great Christmas. And I always find lunch easier to eat than dinner. I don't know why, but I've always been a lunch person. If I'm going to pick, like, I'd rather have like the best lunch of my life than anything else. But I don't know, for some reason, it just doesn't freak me out as much as other meals. Again, working on it. So today, for my mom and my niece's birthday, my mom's making turkey. I don't like turkey, and I know you guys are going to be like, I can't believe you don't like turkey dinner. Let me tell you something about my family. My mom and dad make turkey every month for the last 20 years of my life. I'm good on turkey. If turkeys go extinct, it's going to be my family's fault. So I'm sorry about that. I'm good. I don't want turkey anymore. So my mom makes this really good salmon, and I call it like salmon salad. So like you mix it up with mayonnaise and celery and green onion and then kind of spread it on bread, right? So I'm like, I'd really like that. And yes, could I make it myself? Of course I could, but she makes it better than me. And this is the one thing that I love that she makes. You know, there's always that one thing somebody makes that you just cannot recreate. This is it. And this is what I want. So she said, yeah, no problem. I'm like, great. I already bought more crackers and goat cheese, and my sister has pickles over there. So I know I'm taken care of, right? And I'm going to bring my own bread because this eating disorder, no one comes out unscathed. I say it all the time. I have gut issues now. I have severe scarring inside my stomach from my binging and purging that was found on a MRI. So I know it's there. And I have now like food sensitivities that I never used to have before. This happens a lot. I know in eating disorder recovery, you just find what doesn't sit well with you anymore. But the fun thing about now in 2024, seems like a lot more people have gut issues, and it's a lot easier and accessible to find different types of breads. You name it, it's out there. If you don't want gluten or sugar or high carb or no carb or whatever your deal is, you can find it. You don't avoid it. So I'm very proud of myself that I found this bread because I am Polish Ukrainian. I love bread. Bread's part of my like blood type. So I found the bread that works with me. Great. I know salmon agrees with me. Great. I know these crackers agree with me. Great. I know now I can have goat cheese. Great. You see where I'm going? So, did I eat goat cheese up in like 7 months ago? No, I did not. I have not eaten goat cheese or started eating goat cheese since November of 2023. I like goat cheese. Who knew? You just got to try different things, but we don't make excuses for eating disorder. And I see that a lot. No, I can't eat that because of my stomach. No, I can't do that because of this. I can't go to that party because someone's going to say something to me. Yeah. And I made a video about it. Stupid people say stupid things. However, we cannot hide from the rest of the world until we leave this earth. It's just going to be a very miserable life. So I'm going in there today with no expectations. Now, this is different than how I normally am because I have control issues. And I know you have them too because you have an eating disorder. We all have control issues. And it's very hard to let this go, but I'm trying. Going and knowing that this is going to be a shit show, dumpster fire, is so freeing. It really is. Because I would normally have the expectation of everything's got to be perfect. I got to look perfect. My kids got to look perfect. Everyone's got to be perfect. No one upset their grandfather, my dad, who has Alzheimer's. So that just really helps to the dysfunction. And, like I'm trying to put out fires before fires start, it seems, but it seems like I'm making up these fires in my head. So now we're going to take a step back and whatever. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? What? I'm going to come back here with a whole bunch of great stories to tell you guys on what happened at, my family's house. Trust me, I got a good Thanksgiving story. So in a long, roundabout way, this is what I'm saying. Let go and let God, right? Like, give it over, hand it over. You're just making yourself crazy. And as much as you think you have control in your eating disorder, you have none. You are spitting out of it, though. I will say that. So it is what it is, man. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm like, yeah, all right, let's just see what happens. Because I'm just not like that. So whatever I was doing before wasn't working for me. So I guess we got to try another way. And this is it. Hand it over. 1% better every day. Take care of you.
That's all for this episode of 1% Better. To continue the conversation, head over to our website at www.1percentbetter.ca, where you can access more stories and resources. We'd also love it if you subscribed and left us a review on your favorite podcast platform. And remember, friends, progress takes patience, perspective, and sometimes a little help from people who get it. So be kind to yourself and others as we work to get 1% better every day. We'll see you back here next week.